Now in Good Morning Northwest, a prominent Spokane organization known for helping the homeless could now be at the center of a fraud investigation. How the Guardians are accused of misusing funds meant for the needy.
All right, the return of calmer, very mild conditions. It's going to be a great week. But there is a word that we have not mentioned much at all. Frost. We're going to talk about when and where coming up.
And the renewed effort to find a missing Yakima boy. The new incentives offered by the family who say they won't give up hope of finding him alive. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Good morning and thanks for waking up with us. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Nance has the week off. It is Tuesday, October the 11th. Mark Peterson is here with that first alert forecast. And yeah, tomorrow morning could be a rude awakening for some.
A little bit, yeah. This morning, if you are into the West Plains, you're sitting into the mid-50s. That's the official temperature right now. Downtown, it's 49 degrees. And we have mid-30s as you get into Deer Park and north. We look at the 4 things that you need to know. First of all, it's barbecuing weather all week long. I mean, it is year-round, but really this week's going to be stupendous. Sunny and warm today. Winds are going to be light, not like yesterday. 70s and sunshine, not only today, but through the week. Patchy frost for tomorrow, and that's going to happen again in those northern areas north of Spokane and into North Idaho into the protected valleys. We have a clear sky and cold. There's no cloud cover to hold any heat in, so radiational cooling will be a factor. 48 into the valley right now, 48 downtown, and then 35 into Meade. So again, make sure that for those heading out and having to wait for the school bus that they're dressed appropriately. We look at our forecast here, the temperatures throughout the day. Yeah, we're going to see temperatures in around 70 degrees, starting around 2 o'clock at 68, 70 there at about 3 and 4 o'clock, and then it starts to cool quickly with the sunset.
Well, today, Russia continues to fire missiles at Ukraine. This after new fallout from the barrage of Russian missiles launched at several Ukrainian cities yesterday. Sydney Charles live at the Now Desk tracking the latest details in the war.
This morning, CNN is reporting that Russia launched another round of missile attacks across Ukraine. They were dropped by 2 Russian aircraft at around 7 a.m. local time on Tuesday. That's according to the Ukrainian armed forces. Now, this comes after U.S. officials have condemned the barrage of Russian missiles launched over the past few days, which struck several cities across Ukraine. Missiles hit the heart of the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv, and one landed near a children's playground. At least 12 people have been killed by these missiles, and more than 60 are injured. The attacks also knocked out parts of Ukraine's power grid, leaving major cities in the dark. And I just checked, CNN is now reporting that more missile strikes are expected in Ukraine today. The country's President Volodymyr Zelensky defiant, telling his people Ukraine cannot be intimidated. President Biden calling the attacks senseless and reaching out to Zelensky yesterday to reiterate U.S. support. Biden is also promising Ukraine advanced air systems. Vladimir Putin saying he personally authorized these airstrikes, leading to concerns the Kremlin could escalate the conflict even further.
He needs to find an off-ramp. He's losing on the battlefield.
Coming up in 30 minutes, how the U.S. and other allies are crafting a response to the missile strikes. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
Sydney, thank you. One of Spokane's homeless service providers could be at the center of a criminal investigation. The city says money may have been mishandled by an employee of the Guardians Foundation. The employee being accused is no longer working at the Guardians Foundation as the investigation continues. And the Guardians, which operate the Cannon Street and Trent shelters, say it became aware something was not right all the way back in March based on their audit. CEO Mike Shaw explains they informed the city after conducting an internal investigation and then reported it to the police department's crime check number as a theft. That call was made September 29th.
Fortunate that people in trust do things that just are appalling. Quite frankly, the only word I can come up with is pure evil. I see no other reason for it.
And the city sent out a statement writing, Mayor Nadine Woodward has ordered an internal audit of invoices submitted to the city by the Guardians and payments made to the organization. That fact-finding inquiry is underway, and the city will provide any evidence of irregularities to law enforcement. SPD says it plans to start a criminal investigation. The city does provide funding to the Guardians Foundation, but since there is a possibility that federal funding was stolen, this could become a federal investigation. A wrong-way driver on an interstate in Phoenix killed 2 18-year-old girls from Clarkston yesterday. Police say the wrong-way driver hit a vehicle carrying Aubriana Hoffman and Maggie Ogden. A third 19-year-old from Hawaii also died. The 3 girls shared a dorm at Grand Canyon University. Police say the wrong-way driver hit 3 other cars before being taken to a hospital. And the search is intensifying to find a Yakima boy who vanished at a park. The family is now offering a $10,000 reward for anyone who has information on the missing child. This is Lucian Munguia. He has now been missing for 30 days, but his family hasn't stopped searching. Lucian was last seen at Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima on September 10th. He was wearing a blue tie-dyed shirt and blue shorts when he disappeared. Rescue crews combed through the water near the park for days, but found nothing. His family says he's about 4 feet tall and 40 pounds. He's also autistic. Despite rescue efforts being called off, his family is still scouring the state to find him.
This is really any family's worst nightmare, and our family's living it every day now. So we're just doing our best to support each other and continue getting his name out there, his face out there.
Lucian just turned 5 on October 5th. His aunt says the family is now working with the FBI. They're keeping the faith Lucian will be found safe, but his aunt says that gets harder with each passing day. You can go to KXLY.com to see the family's Facebook page that you can join to keep updated on the search. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:06. We're going to send things over to Mark Peterson for a look at what's ahead. Sleeping weather.
So as you're sleeping,
yeah.
temperatures for tomorrow morning are going to be very cool, into the mid to low 40s with some 30s up north and a little bit of frost. Today, it's going to be completely different, and we're going to have a check of that forecast coming up.
And nothing's cozier than a trip to the museum in the fall. We're talking all about what's new at the MAC this season.
And why more and more school districts around the country are saying boo to Halloween when Good Morning Northwest continues.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today to schedule a free estimate. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
I seem to be having a problem with my heat. It seems to be making this sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. At Mainstream Heating and Cooling, we speak your language.
Chihuahua Casino's annual Halloween Boo Bash is Saturday, October 29th. This year's theme is Heroes and Villains. Dress up in your favorite Heroes and Villains Halloween costume. You could win your share of $1,800 cash, cash prizes, and door prizes, costume contest, music with Key 101, jackpots, food, and fun. Chihuahua Casino is the place that treats you right. 100% non-smoking. Learn more at ChihuahuaCasino.com.
My husband has diabetes.
Even with health insurance, we're having a hard time affording our medications.
Thankfully, we have Patty Murray fighting for us in the U.S. Senate. She kept at it till Congress finally lowered the cost of prescription drugs.
And capped insulin for seniors at $35 a month.
Now we'll save thousands every year. We know when Patty is back in the other Washington.
She is working for us.
I'm Patty Murray, and I approve this message.
Under the threat of fire or break-in, be protected by the safe Moore Locksmiths recommend American Security. American Security's custom door organizer comes standard on all models of the SF. Store valuable jewelry, coins, art, bank, and identity documents too. If it's gotta be safe, it's gotta be American Security.
Available at Safe and Vault Store in the Spokane Valley.
Let's hear it for Sam Smith. If you weren't sharing your music with people, what do you think that you would be doing?
I used to always want to be a fishmonger.
Wait, what? I just smelled it.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News now at 5.
From refinishing cabinets, doors, and trim to painting walls and ceilings, Everhart Painting has you covered. Everhart Painting has been Spokane's premier painting contractor for over 50 years. Call Everhart Painting today to schedule a free estimate. Everhart Painting, your painter for life.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team is brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Hi, welcome back. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. School districts around the country are electing to cancel Halloween for a variety of reasons this year. A school district in Pennsylvania ending the Halloween tradition after more than 50 years, in part because of safety concerns. The district says inclusivity is also a reason for canceling Halloween festivities. In the past, students who did not celebrate Halloween had to sit in the library. Festivities at Brookside Elementary in Seattle canceled for similar reasons, and a Lansing, Michigan school district is banning Halloween costumes on campus, calling them a distraction. A crippling nationwide railroad strike is possible again, with track maintenance workers rejecting a 5-year deal. Their union saying the deal didn't do enough on paid time off and working conditions. They've agreed to keep working for now, so there's no immediate threat of a walkout. 4 other rail unions have approved the agreement, but all 12 of them have to sign on. Personal computer sales surged during the pandemic, but they're now slowing down at the fastest rate in more than 20 years. A research firm telling the Wall Street Journal global shipments fell almost 20% last quarter from a year ago, and by more than 17% in the U.S., driven by a drop in laptop sales.
Hi, good morning. It's 6:11. It's a Tuesday. Your 10-second takeaway. Yeah, layers. It's cool. The temperature's into the 40s, some 30s to the north. Make sure you're dressed appropriately. Sunglasses. It's going to be sunny today. High today, 70 degrees.
Well, Election Day is just a few weeks away. The team at 4 News Now is hard at work for you, reaching out to candidates and asking the tough questions so you can be informed about this election. The U.S. Senate race in Washington heating up between Democratic incumbent Patty Murray and Republican Tiffany Smiley. Another big local race will have an impact on crime in our communities. It's the Spokane County prosecutor race between Republican Larry Haskell and Deb Conklin, who is not affiliated with the party. We know you have questions for these candidates, and we want to hear from you. You can submit your questions online on our website, kxly.com/forthepeople. We will take your questions straight to the candidates. You can also find a complete voter guide on our website, including how to register. And you'll see deadlines for registration on your screen. Some of the most important ones are coming up soon, with only 4 days to register to vote by mail in Idaho. Washington ballots are mailed next week, and the deadline to register to vote by mail in the state comes up this Halloween. All the deadlines can be found at kxly.com. All right, Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:12. We are on to day 2 of the Extreme Team Project at the Carl Maxey Center. We'll check in with Mark to see what the team accomplished yesterday and what they're planning to do today. And as we look at a shot of the Museum of Arts and Culture, Destiny Richards has a look at what's new for fall at the MAC when Good Morning Northwest continues.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
Experience the coolest new adventure with your family and all your Disney friends at Disney on Ice Road Trip Adventures. Playing Spokane Arena October 21st through 23rd. On sale now. For event details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
It's time for 4 News Now Coats for Kids. Just drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate to Coats for Kids through October 31st.
Hi everyone, here at Albertsons and Safeway we are collecting coats for kids again. Please bring by your new or gently used jackets and get a free flu shot at any of our Eastern Washington and North Idaho stores. Thank you.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
You even remember to water the house plants.
I do this? You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Why wait weeks or even months for installation of new flooring when you can come to Carpet Barn?
They can install very quickly.
Your installers are excellent. They were in one day. They were so courteous and so fantastic.
The rate in which they can install is phenomenal.
Price point, selection, professional service.
Highly recommend coming to Carpet Barn. Highly recommend it.
Carpet Barn, designer selection, warehouse prices.
I'm Aaron Luna from 4 News Now. There's a lot on the line this election day. Before you vote, get informed with For the People coverage. Send your questions to KXLY.com. We'll get answers now until Election Day. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
Joe Biden's open borders have threatened our neighborhoods and our children's safety. Fentanyl-related deaths have increased right here in Idaho. Gang members transport fentanyl and other dangerous drugs into our schools and communities. This has got to stop. I'm Mike Crapo. I approve this message. It's time we control the borders and shut down the pipeline of drugs and violence into Idaho.
All right, welcome back. The DreamWorks display that debuted in the spring is now gone, but new exhibitions are on the floor at the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture this fall, from classic paintings to contemporary Mexican masks. There is plenty to feed your artistic eye. Our Destiny Richards is live at the MAC with the latest on these new displays. Destiny.
Well, this fall, the MAC has curated some timeless painted artwork from the late 19th and early 20th centuries. If you like lush landscapes and the use of warm, vibrant colors, American Impressionism, treasures from the Daywood collection, might interest you. This collection features 41 paintings from the Huntington Museum of Art in West Virginia. It highlights a time period where American artists began to adopt a more creative and less traditional style like that of European artists. Another exhibition that's similar but a little more abstract is the abstract artwork of Lila Shaw Girvin. Gift of a moment, Lila Shaw Girvin showcases a local artist that has lived and worked in Spokane since 1958. The curator, Ann Claire Mitchell, says Girvin is a well-known artist whose abstract paintings were influenced by Eastern Washington landscapes in her travel experiences.
Lila's work is really striking at first glimpse, but I think when you stand in front of it for a long time and contemplate it, a lot of layers of emotion and some more metaphysical stuff kind of come out.
That's why in the center of the exhibition room, you'll find a living room setup intended for reflection and relaxation, inspired by Lila Shaw Girvin's own mid-century home. Girvin herself is now in her 90s, but Mitchell says she helped conceptualize how her work would be shown, even picking out the selection of reading on the table. Now, the American Impressionism collection will be on display at the MAC through January next year, and Lila Shaw Girvin's work will be on display through March. Coming up, we'll show you a visually striking exhibition featuring 54 selected dance masks from Michoacan, Mexico. They'll be here in the Inland Northwest through April. Reporting live at the MAC, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
I really like that concept of having the seating in the middle to kind of absorb it all in that way. All right, you are taking a look at, well, a bus actually turning onto, I think that's must be Howard there, Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena. Again, we are more than about 45 minutes away from sunrise still. And speaking of sunrise, it's day 2 of the Extreme Team at the Carl Maxey Center in East Central Spokane, where they'll be getting to work early. Let's find out what Mark and his team did to kick off the project yesterday.
Monday, a big day. We knew we had a lot of people coming. We knew we had a very short amount of space for all of them to work. It got a little crazy. Let me take you interior first. PCI got the grid up. We had Horizon Credit Union not only putting, again, the base on before we put the color on the walls with Rada paint, but also we had them outside working on Coeur d'Alene Metals gave me an I-beam, and we're using that for a special feature on this. All right, this is the back patio. This is the one thing that Sandy, back in the day, came up with the idea of a backyard barbecue. We're bringing that out here so that the whole community can share in a backyard experience, maybe generate some ideas for the future. Who knows? But anyway, Tuesday, it is going to be about getting the final paint on the walls. It's the electrical with Mountain States Electric. It's Mackinnon Little Plumbing coming in and working on a little bit into the library. And really the big project is going to be trying to get a bunch of IKEA stuff assembled, put together, and ready to hang on walls. Not to mention the fact we've got to put a bunch of cupboards in before Capal puts in their stoneworks, and those are from Kitchen Place. It'll be a busy day. I'm Mark Peterson, 4 News Now, the Extreme Team at the Carl Maxey Center.
All right. Pretty darn good start for day 1. Can't wait to see what you guys have for day 2.
Yeah, so hopefully a little more organized day, just in the fact that we have some of the base things done. United Flooring, they're going to come in early this morning, get the floor put in, hopefully before 9 o'clock, and then we start stepping up with the cupboards and the countertops.
Because you got to have the floor in between before you do all of that.
Got to have the floor in, had to have the ceiling in. You know, all of this is going in. We got some great lights coming in. They're LED, very low wattage with great light and and they're going to be adjustable. So we got some cool stuff coming in. Plus, maybe some lighting on the porch. Taking a look at the forecast for the day, we're going to have Horizon Credit Union volunteers. They're showing up with about 8 people this morning. They're going to be outdoors, and it's going to be cool to start, but warming up beautifully. Again, by 2, 3, 4 o'clock, we're going to be around 70 degrees, but it will be a chilly start this morning. Overnight lows will be colder tomorrow, 42 degrees for the overnight low. You get into those protected valleys to the north, and we're talking about frost, and that's from Spokane all the way up into Colville, Bonners Ferry, Sandpoint, so be aware of that. Currently 56, 49 into Grand Coulee, 51 into Pullman. St. Mary's taking the hour off from reporting. They're just tired. Probably having a cup of coffee. We look at the Pacific Northwest, and all of the energy continues to drive itself far north into areas of Alaska and Canada, and high pressure is clearing this out, and we're not going to see but maybe 1 or 2 little clouds out there. That's going to be it. Our highs today are going to be around 70 degrees just about everywhere you go. Downtown 72, 73 degrees, but in Post Falls 69, and then Spirit Lake 66, but you'll have 69 in Cheney. So around 70 all over the place. Planning for, the overnight lows, want to touch on this. 42 for Spokane, but 33 Colville, and those temperatures hovering around freezing or 33, so the potential for frost, that's what we've been talking about. Here's the temperature trend, well above average. We're going to have temperatures in the 70s. We're going to have sunny. It's going to be a gorgeous week, so we hope you get out and take advantage of it.
Yeah, no doubt. Still good enough weather you can do just about anything you want to do.
You can go out paddleboard or drive a convertible.
Might have a tea time for later this week, too, by the way. Good morning, Northwest time, now 6:21. Rashad Penny just can't catch a break. The latest injury that'll keep the Seahawks running back sidelined for the rest of the season. And workplace productivity will drop dramatically this afternoon when the Mariners open their playoff series in Houston. Alex Crescenti previews the matchup next in sports.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store.
At 23, I quit my nursing job to care for my wounded husband, student loans and all. We are living proof that the American dream is about hand-ups, not handouts. That's why I think it's insane that Joe Biden and Patty Murray are sending a stadium full of new IRS agents to force families making less than $75,000 to pay for someone else's law degree. It's division wrapped in intimidation, and I will stop them. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
Not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that.
Farming has always been a crucial part of the Inland Northwest. The Washington Association of Wheat Growers is proud to recognize the backbone of our economy.
Washington wheat farmers produce some of the highest quality wheat in the world. Research and technology allows us to feed more people without compromising quality, and all the while maintaining our great Northwest natural resources. Every kernel counts as farmers work to produce more with less input.
A tribute for our great Inland Northwest farmers. Brought to you by the Washington Association of Wheat Growers.
Are you ready for winter and unexpected power outages? Talk with the experts at Country Homes Power to find the best fireplace to protect your home, even when the power goes out. Like Valor gas fireplaces. Visit Country Homes Power today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
The Seattle Seahawks offense has looked impressive the last couple of weeks, surprising many and looking like something that could carry them to the playoffs. But it's going to be tough moving forward without starting running back Rashad Penny. During the third quarter of the Seahawks loss down in New Orleans this past weekend, the fifth-year back broke his fibula and had to be carted off the field. The injury is serious enough that it will require surgery and is going to miss the rest of the season. Since entering the league in 2018, Penny has never played a full season, but the team hopes to have him back to full strength in 2023.
Well, he's an experienced guy at this, but he's still, it doesn't mean that his heart's not broken about playing football. But he's gonna deal with it, better than he did last time around, just because he's got that experience. But that doesn't lessen the pain, in missing it.
And after getting past the Toronto Blue Jays in the wild card round over the weekend, the Seattle Mariners will start their American League Division Series with a matchup against rival Houston on Tuesday afternoon. Seattle winning in dramatic fashion on Saturday to advance. And even though they understand who they're going up against and what the odds makers are saying, they're just excited to be playing in this round.
And our team's done a lot of things here over the last couple months to put ourselves in this position, and we feel really good about our chances. We've got to go out and play. Okay, the game is taken care of on the field. Doesn't really matter what I say here, but we're looking forward to it. Our team has taken on a very good, I want to say, focused identity here over recent weeks.
It's going to be an early start on Tuesday. First pitch just after 12:30 in the afternoon. So make sure you plan accordingly and get that work done at the office ahead of time.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes for a lot of people wanting to watch that Mariners game while they're at the job place this afternoon. All right, it's now 6:26. Before we go to another break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look, while flight prices soar, we'll tell you how to save big on cruises.
Now is really the time. The prices are fantastic. They're lower than we've ever seen across the board on many lines. We're seeing prices of like under $200 or $40 a night. You can take a 5-day cruise for less than the cost of a single airfare.
Passenger Ashley Fox already taking advantage of these deals, sailing from Florida to the Bahamas, St. Thomas, and St. Martin.
This is the first time I've ever cruised more than once in a single year. It's incredibly cheap compared to flying to each of these destinations. I spent probably at least $10,000 less than what it would have cost me to fly into a destination and then go to 3 different ports.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more of those best deals. I'm Gio Benitez, ABC News, Miami.
Trelegy for COPD.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on.
If you've been playing down your COPD,
it's a new dawn, it's a new day.
It's time to make a stand. Start a new day with Trelegy.
And I'm feeling good.
No once-daily COPD medicine has the power to treat COPD in as many ways as Trelegy. With 3 medicines in 1 inhaler, Trelegy helps people breathe easier and improves lung function. It also helps prevent future flare-ups. Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Take a stand and start a new day with Trelegy. Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy and save at Trelegy.com.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Save, save, save your green at Jennifer's Auto Sales and Service.
Have you had your furnace checked out this year? Now's the time to get our best deal. We have certified technicians available this week to get a safety tune-up for only $99.
324-7884 Spokane Comfort Systems.
Here's the difference you'll find at Car Wash Plaza. We're the only car wash with options. Choose either the self-wand bay or our touchless system. Powerful spray nozzles deliver 800 PSI water jets. Our gantry system moves, covering your entire vehicle, the sides, the roof, and the undercarriage, too. We constantly check the cleaning solutions to ensure your best wash. Car Wash Plaza. Give us a try. We think you'll agree. It's the best in the Northwest.
Is your home ready to make warm memories this holiday season? Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. From Roman shades and screens to draperies and shutters, Factory Rep Blinds has every type of window treatment from all the major brands. Not only do they install at no extra charge, but they'll bring samples to you. Call for your free consultation at 509-327-9637. That's 509-327-9637. Call local family-owned Factory Rep Blinds. We do the work. You enjoy the results.
Are you afraid your furnace won't last much longer? Does it make weird noises? Don't wait. We have certified technicians available this week for our $99 safety tune-up special.
324-7884 Spokane Comfort Systems.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
All right, we're taking a look at a couple of the big stories online this morning in the 4 News Now story tracker. The Seahawks could be stepping aside for the Mariners this weekend. If the M's need a 4th game in their series with the Houston Astros, Seahawks coach Pete Carroll says the team might move their game from Sunday to avoid a conflict. You can read more about potential scenarios by finding this article on KXLY.com. And if you're looking to try your luck at the lotto, the next Mega Millions drawing will take place tonight for a jackpot of $445 million smackaroonies. If a winner is drawn today, it would be the 12th largest jackpot in the game's 20-year history. The last jackpot won on July 29th was nearly $1.4 billion, the second largest prize in Mega Millions history. All right, Good Morning Northwest. I'm Derek Dice. Robin Antoff again today. It is Tuesday, October the 11th. Mark Peterson is here with that first alert forecast, and temperatures continuing to be about 10 degrees above average.
Oh, it's going to be nice. It's worth, you know, a million smackaroonies when you look at it. I love that. All right, take a look at the current conditions. Coeur d'Alene, you're under a clear sky, 49 degrees. We're under a clear sky, officially 56 downtown, 49, and the Hunter's Moon right there as we start to see the moon set and the sun rise. Here's the 4 things you need to know. Derek can talk about, you can do about anything. It's got tea time, perhaps. How about a pool time? We do have a sunny and warm day with temperatures in the low 70s, albeit winds are going to be light. 70s and sunshine, not today, but all the way through the week. But tomorrow morning, some patchy frost is going to be potential in some of the protected valleys to the north. Again, high pressure as we look at the 72-hour forecast. We have nothing moving into the area that's going to create the wind, which is going to create anything other than stable, sunny skies. Going to be beautiful up into Canada. They're going to get the moisture. We will stay dry. Temperatures right now 48 in the valley and downtown, 56 at Spokane International Airport, our official temperature, and 9 Mile you're at 44 degrees with 54 into Post Falls and 49 into Coeur d'Alene. We're going to have temperatures potentially cool, radiational cooling, but then warming back up 1161, and by 3 o'clock we should see 70 degrees, which is our high today.
All right, so breaking news this morning. Ukraine is now saying it intercepted 18 cruise missiles this morning. That's according to CNN. Sydney Charles live the Now Desk with all the latest details.
That's right, Derek. So, yes, more missiles have been launched at Ukraine. Now we're looking at a total of 18 missiles. That's up from a total of 2 earlier today. Many of these missiles have struck innocent people, some in the center of Ukraine's capital city of Kyiv. So right now, the U.S. and its allies are banding together, trying to work out a response to these atrocities and figure out a unified way to support Ukraine. In just a few hours now, President Joe Biden is meeting virtually with other G7 leaders, and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is headed to Brussels. That's according to the Pentagon. He's scheduled to attend meetings with the NATO Ministers of Defense and Ukraine Defense Contact Group.
We're begging you for more air defense systems. That is the crucial element of our survival right now.
National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby says Biden discussed air defense with the Ukrainian president yesterday, and additional support packages for Ukraine are likely in the near future. And what can we expect next? Well, later this week, the United Nations will vote on whether Russia's annexation of 4 areas in eastern Ukraine breached the UN Charter. Reporting in studio, Sydney Charles, 4 News Now.
And some breaking news out of Idaho. Bonner County has been under a water boiling advisory since last night. If you're using any water in Dover, make sure you heat it to a boil before drinking. The boil advisory is expected to last through the morning. We'll let you know when it's been lifted. Well, expect some changes to local parks in Spokane. Over the summer, the Parks and Rec Department approved a new reinvestment plan. Cowley Park is one of the areas the Parks Department wants to transform with its plan. It's near Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. In recent years, has been known for our Making Spirits Bright show. Minnehaha Park also undergoing a transformation. Parks officials want it to be similar to Manitou Park with more activities in Northeast Spokane. And a new park called Meadowglen is coming soon to Northwest Spokane.
So this plan is now our focus is to neighborhood parks, and this is really the start of what the conversation is on that next big investment package looks like.
Parks and Rec also held an open house at Mullen Road Elementary's multi-purpose room to get public feedback on several dog park options on the South Hill. Another open house on dog park ideas will be held at the Talbot Event Center tomorrow morning. Well, Amazon is planning to invest $972 million in electric vehicles for its European fleet. The company says the investment is part of its goal to produce net zero carbon emissions by 2040. It would increase Amazon's fleet from 3,000 to at least 10,000 electric delivery vans by 2025, more than 1,500 long-haul electric trucks as well. The company also plans to deliver more packages by e-cargo bikes and on foot through centrally located delivery hubs, which it's already using in 20 major European cities, including London, Munich, and Paris. If you bought the latest iPhone, you may want to leave it in the car the next time you go to Silverwood or another amusement park because of its new safety feature. There have been reports of the iPhone 14 calling 911 while on roller coasters because of its new car crash detection feature. Apple says to fix this issue, you should put your phone into airplane mode before getting on a ride. Yeah, you know, timber terror, tremors, and whatnot might be a little interesting if your phone calls 911 for you. Anyway, it's now 6:36, and our air quality continues to be in the moderate because not so much wind, apparently, right?
Right. We had some with the winds yesterday pull some smoke in, but now we're going to have winds coming out of the west and north, which will literally clear us out later on today. So we could get out of the moderate range for a little bit. We're going to have some good news on that. Plus, we're going to have good news on our sky condition coming up.
And racist remarks dividing the LA City Council, the audio recording that led to a resignation right after the break.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Fall is among us. Let Peters & Sons Florists help you surprise your someone special with a bouquet arrangement bursting with the colors of autumn. Celebrate the season. Fall is among us. Give someone flowers. It always makes them smile. Peters & Sons Florists. Call or click today.
Tiffany Smiley celebrated the overturning of Roe versus Wade. There's no way I can trust her to protect us.
Tiffany Smiley would tip control of the Senate to Mitch McConnell.
That is a disaster.
She could give Mitch McConnell the power to rig the courts with more anti-choice judges.
And pass a complete nationwide abortion ban. This is serious stuff.
And Tiffany Smiley still supports Donald Trump.
No way. No way.
No way we can trust Tiffany Smiley.
Women voters responsible for the content of this advertising.
Since 1945, Sturm Heating and Air Conditioning has been serving Spokane and surrounding communities. A lot has changed since 1945, but one thing that hasn't is our mission to nurture long-term relationships with our customers by offering quality products, flat rate pricing, and industry-leading workmanship. And with our 24/7 service, we will get to you anytime, anywhere. Call for a quote today and see for yourself why Sturm is Spokane's first choice for heating and cooling. Or visit sturmheating.com.
Cash prizes are alive at Spokane Tribe Casino. Don't miss your chance to steal a share of the $60,000 in Frankenstein fortunes. Join us every Saturday this October, where lucky guests will win scary cash prizes. Any unclaimed prizes will be added to the next week's drawing for a minimum top prize of $5,000. Come claim your share of Frankenstein's fortunes this October only at Spokane Tribe Casino. You just win here.
Did you know that Spokane Hyperbaric Center uses oxygen to reduce pain, inflammation, and swelling?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that hyperbaric oxygen therapy promotes new blood vessel growth, fights infection, and releases more stem cells from your bone marrow?
I didn't know that.
Would you like to know if Spokane Hyperbaric Center is the right choice for you? Go to hyperbarichope.com to find out.
Spokane Hyperbaric Center gave us hope. And now you know.
Fall is among us. Let Peters & Sons Florists help you surprise your someone special with a bouquet arrangement bursting with the colors of autumn. Celebrate the season. Fall is among us. Give someone flowers. It always makes them smile. Peters & Sons Florists. Call or click today.
All right, new on Good Morning Northwest, a bombshell rocking Los Angeles' city council. President Nury Martinez stepping down from her role just 24 hours after a recording of racist remarks sparked outrage. The audio, first posted on Reddit, captures Martinez discussing redistricting with other Latino city officials when she starts talking about the black son of fellow council member Mike Bonin after they attended a Martin Luther King Day parade.
There's this white guy with this little black kid who's misbehaved. The kid is bouncing off the effing walls on the floor, practically tipping it over. There's nothing you can do to control him. Parece changuito.
Those last words translate to, he looks like a little monkey. Councilmember Mike Bonin called for Martinez to resign, as did protesters outside her home. Other council members can also be heard on that audio, but it's not yet clear if there will be any other ramifications for the council.
All right, 6:40 on a Tuesday morning. The 10-second takeaway, simple. You're going to need a few layers this morning, and then you're not going to need them this afternoon. Less wind as well. Sunshine's going to be out. Grab the shade. 70 our high today.
An 88-year-old Kentucky woman jumped thousands of feet from a plane in memory of her late son. Bernadette Fife took a 10,000-foot plunge at Skydive, Kentucky in honor of her son, Bobby Lynch. He died in a car crash in 1979, and he would have celebrated his 60th birthday in May. Out of Bernadette's 5 living children, 4 of them went skydiving for his birthday, and Bernadette followed suit. Look at her. She says each jump is a reminder to cherish time while you're living and never let age get in the way of your goal. Way to go, Bernadette. Good Morning Northwest time is now 6:41. All right, Destiny Richards is live at the MAC this morning.
Coming up, Dancing with Life Mexican Mass. We'll give you a look at this visually interesting exhibition at the MAC and tell you how long it'll be here.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
Is one casino really any better than the next? Well, at Northern Quest, we've got the largest gaming floor in the region. Not to mention the most slot titles, the most payouts, the largest selection of table games, the lowest minimum bets, the highest maximum bets, and a state-of-the-art sports book. So you tell us. Northern Quest. Yes, the best. Play daily to carve out your share of Jack-o'-lantern loot on October 27th.
Watch 4 News Now as the Extreme Team upgrades the Carl Maxey Center. What we're going to do is go in and get into the next phase of operation. That's going to be a new library. There's going to be a place in back. There's going to be a nice patio. Watch 4 News Now's Extreme Team, sponsored by Horizon Credit Union.
Joe Biden's open borders have threatened our neighborhoods and our children's safety. Fentanyl-related deaths have increased right here in Idaho. Gang members transport fentanyl and other dangerous drugs into our schools and communities. This has got to stop. I'm Mike Crapo. I approve this message. It's time we control the borders and shut down the pipeline of drugs and violence into Idaho.
Do you want to save energy this winter? Time to talk with the experts at Country Homes Power. Save on Valor gas fireplaces that distribute steady, even heat even when the power is out. Turn down your furnace and heat wisely with Valor. Shop the savings at Country Homes Power today.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Flooring choices can be overwhelming. At Fairway Floor, our professional design staff simplifies the process by working with you to make your dream a reality. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
All right, welcome back at 6:44. Put a trip to the MAC on your family's fall to-do list. The Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture has brand new exhibitions on the floor this season. Our Destiny Richards has been live at the MAC all morning long to tell us about something that come all the way from Mexico.
Yeah, Michoacan, Mexico to be exact. Dancing with Life Mexican Mask made its debut here at the MAC in September, and it continues to be a must-see through Hispanic Heritage Month. It was curated by Dr. Pavel Schlossberg. He's a Gonzaga professor and years ago he had the chance to live with and learn from mask artists in Mexico. The 54 selected dance masks in the exhibition represent the wide range of mask making as an art form over the years. They're masks with religious themes, as Mexican masks were typically worn during religious holidays and dance performances. Others serve as a form of satire.
Some of the caricature masks are hilarious or really interesting. We have everything from Mama Coco to Pennywise.
Schlossberg hopes those who visit the exhibition are able to see mask making in a new light, not as an ancient practice, but one that has grown and found new life over time. Schlossberg will be at a gallery talk about Dancing with Life Mexican Masks on Thursday, October 20th at the MAC. Those who attend can learn more about the exhibition from the guest curator himself. Dancing with Life Mexican Masks will be on display at the MAC until April next year. You can buy tickets to see all of the new fall exhibitions here at the MAC. Tuesday through Sunday, they're open 10 to 5, every third Thursday of the month from 10 to 8. For more information, just see this story on KXLY.com. Live at the MAC, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
All right, some really interesting stuff in there for sure. All right, what a difference an hour makes. We're just minutes away from the official sunrise, but light starting to show itself for us this morning.
Let there be light.
Yeah, but anyway, we have been dealing with much cooler mornings.
Right, and we're going to see one of our coldest mornings in the last several weeks coming in tomorrow morning. So we're going to talk about that potential for frost. Right now, let's talk about smoke. Again, air quality in the moderate. We had a really hazy day yesterday. Today is looking much better. So we do start off with a little bit of haze in our area, but we look at that forecast with those north winds and a cleaner air mass being pushed in and that cooler air that we have, and there you have it. We're going to see improving air quality. Should be just to the good and into moderate, where it's been for many days. But again, some days a little hazier than others. Today should not be that day. 70 degrees will be our high today, a normal high 61. High pressure building in. We're not going to have a lot of wind like we did yesterday, so that's also going to keep the dust down. 42 for the overnight low. Yeah, it's going to be cool, but it's going to be colder when we go to the north. Currently, Colville, you're at 39, 52 into Sandpoint, Coeur d'Alene at 49, and temperatures you get just outside of Coeur d'Alene have warmed up into the low 50s, and we haven't seen all that radiational cooling we anticipated. Satellite and radar, when we look at the lower 48, we got quite a bit going on. First of all, quite a bit of moisture into Texas and Oklahoma, a little bit of scattered showers in Southern California. That's been good news. It's been the rain and the colder air and the winds coming into Montana. Again, with more advisories for winds that are going to be coming through the northern plains, and it's cool into New England. But it was cold yesterday. It'll be cool today. For us, mild. I mean, temperature 71. Again, our average high 61. We haven't seen the huge fall rush. We haven't seen all the changing of the colors of the leaves, because we've been very mild. They haven't gotten that trigger, but they will tonight. So low 70s all over the region. When we look at tonight's lows, we're going to have temperatures again in the low 40s for Spokane, 44 into Coeur d'Alene, 37 into St. Mary's, and Colville 33. As we head north, Deer Park and around those areas, Colbert, you're going to see the potential for some frost, so just be aware of that. Planning forecast, we're planning on low 70s, not only today, but really pretty solid all the way through the weekend. We're going to have temperatures into the mid-40s, so our overnight lows are going to warm up. So certainly Wednesday morning, tomorrow morning, that chance of frost. Now, Extreme Team in action, 648. We had a lot of good things happening yesterday. We got really busy early, and it just continued on. And then about noon, we had, again, Specialty Mobile Mix and Dundee Concrete team up to get almost 9 yards of concrete poured, laid out, and set, and that has and will become a back patio and community gathering area. Band construction. Natalie has already texted me this morning. She runs the joint. She goes, "What do you need from me today?" I love that. Horizon Credit Union, Kathleen and her crew, and they're not only painting the interior, they're getting tired of painting, by the way, but also taking care of, again, CDA Metal's given us an I-beam that's going to be used on that back patio, and we can't thank PCI enough. They do major, state, federal, and they're in there putting in that grid ceiling, and GTS is supplying all of the panels. Appreciate that. Now, Rada Paint has given us about 35 gallons of paint. That's going to go up. We're going to set cabinets today by noon, and then Paul Stoneworks is coming in with the custom cabinets or custom countertops at 2 p.m. And then, of course, for people stopping by, they're going to see some of the beautiful artwork that's there. Some of that will move into the library onto the art wall when we're done Thursday.
Yeah, can't wait to see it all. And what you need from me today is like your love language.
I love it, yeah.
Good morning, Northwest time now, 6:50. Your morning sprint coming up next.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Just Between Friends.
These doors are closed because it's too dangerous to ask employees to work here anymore. Think about that. For decades, Patty Murray has spearheaded reckless policies that lead to shortages, inflation, and so much crime that you can't even get a cup of coffee from the hometown shop on Capitol Hill, even if you could still afford it. 30 years in the Senate, and this is what she has to show for it? If she won't do the job, I will. I'm Tiffany Smiley, and I approve this message.
It's Karastan month at Great Floors. Bring sophisticated style into your home with Karastan carpet, Luxcraft luxury vinyl, and Bellux hardwood flooring. Great Floors is celebrating with 50% off installation on all Karastan carpet purchases in October. Come home to the flooring you want with 12-month financing and incredible in-store specials. Visit a showroom today and live beautifully on Great Floors.
Chowila Casino is giving you the chance to win Monster Mash Cash. Here's how you could win your share of over $12,000 cash. Play your favorite games with your Sun Club card. Earn entries for Monster Mash Cash. On Saturdays this month, you can earn bonus entries while playing your favorite games with your Sun Club card. Monster Mash Cash drawings happen Saturday, October 22nd. Cash prizes drawn every 30 minutes starting at 6 p.m. Learn more at Chowilacasino.com.
Tiffany Smiley celebrated the overturning of Roe versus Wade. There's no way I can trust her to protect us.
Tiffany Smiley would tip control of the Senate to Mitch McConnell.
That is a disaster.
She could give Mitch McConnell the power to rig the courts with more anti-choice judges.
And pass a complete nationwide abortion ban. This is serious stuff.
And Tiffany Smiley still supports Donald Trump.
No way. No way.
No way we can trust Tiffany Smiley.
Women voters responsible for the content of this advertising.
This season, fall into Coeur d'Alene. Fall is a great time to visit Coeur d'Alene. With awesome weather, fall color cruises, exciting events, a variety of food, beer, and wine selections, and amazing accommodations. It's the perfect time to stay and play in CDA. Visit cdafall.com for more information.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, it is 6:53. Let's get you up to speed for your Tuesday here in the morning sprint. Sydney Charles with the latest details on Russia's missile strikes in Ukraine. Mark Peterson with your forecast as we return to more stable conditions today. And Destiny Richards live with new exhibitions at the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. But we begin with our top story of the day. One of Spokane's homeless service providers could be at the center of a criminal investigation. The city says money may have been mishandled by an employee of the Guardians Foundation. The Guardians, which operate the Cannon Street and Trent shelters, say it became aware something was not right back in March based on their audit. CEO Mike Shaw explains they informed the city after conducting an internal investigation and then reported it to police department as a theft. A wrong-way driver on an interstate in Phoenix killed two 18-year-old girls from Clarkston yesterday. Police say the wrong-way driver hit a vehicle carrying Aubriana Hoffman and Maggie Ogden. A third 19-year-old from Hawaii also died. Police say the wrong-way driver hit 3 other cars before being taken to the hospital. The search is intensifying for a missing Yakima boy who vanished at a park. The family is now offering a $10,000 reward for anyone who has information on the missing child. This is Lucian Mungia. He has now been missing for 30 days. Lucian was last seen at Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima September 10th. He was wearing a blue tie-dyed shirt and blue shorts when he disappeared. His family says he's about 4 feet tall and 40 pounds. He is also autistic. Despite rescue efforts being called off, his family is still scouring the state to find him.
In our first alert weather and that first alert forecast, it is going to be a very stable day, starting off on the cool side, but not cold. 49 into Coeur d'Alene. We got 56 into Spokane with that moon starting to set and the sun on the rise. Temperatures right now are into the upper 40s, and we're going to see a pretty nice day today in the fact that it's going to be sunny and mild. We'll be in the upper 60s afternoon.
And Russia has launched another round of missile attacks across Ukraine. Ukraine says it intercepted 18 cruise missiles this morning. This comes after U.S. officials condemned the barrage of Russian missiles launched over the past few days, which struck across several cities in Ukraine. Right now, at least 19 people have been killed by these missiles and more than 60 are injured. The attacks also knocked out parts of Ukraine's power grid, leaving major cities in the dark, and more missile strikes are expected in Ukraine today.
Well, Election Day is just a few weeks away now. The U.S. Senate race in Washington is heating up between Democratic incumbent Patty Murray and Republican Tiffany Smiley. Another big local race that will have an impact on crime in our communities. It's the Spokane County prosecutor race between Republican Larry Haskell and Deb Conklin, who is not affiliated with the party. We know you have questions, so you can ask them online on our website, kxly.com/forthepeople. We will take your questions straight to those candidates. All right, some breaking news out of Idaho. Bonner County has been under a water boiling advisory since last night. If you're using any water in Dover, make sure you heat it to a boil before drinking. The boil advisory is expected to last through the morning. We'll let you know when it's lifted. Expect some changes to local parks in Spokane. The Parks and Rec Department has approved a new reinvestment plan. Cowley Park is one of the areas the Parks Department wants to transform with its plan. Minnehaha Park also undergoing a transformation. Parks officials want Minnehaha to be similar to Manitou Park with more activities for Northeast Spokane, and a new park called Meadow Glen is coming soon to Northwest Spokane.
And the DreamWorks animation exhibition that was here at the MAC may be gone now, but there's still a lot to see at the MAC. Lots of new fall exhibitions that just debuted. The 3 main ones being American Impressionism, Treasures from the Daywood Collection, Gift of a Moment, Lila Shaw Gervin, and Dancing with Life, Mexican Masks. All very visually interesting exhibitions that you can come down and see with your family at the MAC. You can go to our website, kxly.com, for details on all of this artwork, and you can buy your tickets now on the MAC website.
Amazon planning to invest $972 million in electric vehicles for its European fleet. The company says the investment is part of its goal to produce zero net carbon emissions by 2040. It would increase Amazon's fleet from 3,000 to at least 10,000 electric delivery vehicles by 2025. If you bought the latest iPhone, you may want to leave it in the car the next time you go to an amusement park because of its new safety feature. There have been reports of the iPhone 14 calling 911 while on roller coasters because of its new car crash detection feature. Apple says you should put your phone into airplane mode before getting on a ride. Well, coming up next on Good Morning America, the latest from Ukraine after Russia's deadly missile assault, and top spokesman for the National Security Council, John Kirby, joins the show live.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
I met Chris through a phone call. He was talking to me about his landscaping company, and he was looking to get some financing. What I like about Numerica is when it comes to decision making, it's right down the hall, and we're able to meet his needs within a month.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Get ready to vote with 4 News Now for the People coverage. What do you want to know about this year's ballot? Send your questions to kxly.com. We'll get answers now until Election Day. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
The Book of Mormon is the best musical of this century. The 9-time Tony Award winner is genius, brilliant, phenomenal. The Book of Mormon is the funniest musical of all time. It's the gold standard for comedy that goes further than any other comedy in history. You won't believe how funny it is. You won't believe how much heart it has. And when it's over, you won't believe how much you'll want to see it again. The Book of Mormon, October 28th through 30th, First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
All right, good morning, everybody. It is a crisp start, certainly in some areas, the outlying areas, certainly to the north. We're sitting at about 49 degrees downtown, 56 out in the West Plains. We look at our forecast for the day. Less wind than yesterday, more sunshine than yesterday, and not as warm. 70, though, the high. 61's an average high for this time of year. Well, we're going to be well above average. That's going to continue not only today, but all the way through the weekend. We're not expecting a lot of winds, not expecting a lot of clouds. This is very positive for fall.
It most definitely is, Mark. Thank you so much. And we thank you for joining us here on Good Morning Northwest. Good Morning America starts right now.